Don't sweat the small stuff. That's all small stuff. I'm in Vancouver. You can see it's cloudy weather. It's rainy actually now. It's slightly wet, so still beautiful. Vancouver. A lot of people wants to come, and I'm lucky that I'm here. Well, even though I'm here for work, that's fine. So 30. Today is choose your battles wisely. Wisely. That's the key point. Choose your battle wisely is a popular phrase in parenting, but it's equally important in living a contented life. It suggests that life is filled with opportunities to choose between making a big deal out of something or simply letting it go, realizing it doesn't really matter. If you choose your battles wisely, you'll be far more effective in winning those that are truly important instead of fighting everything. Certainly there will be times when you will want or need to argue, confront, or even fight for something you believe in. Of course, many people, however, argue, confront, and fight over practically anything. Now we're talking. That's the main point. We practically fight, argue, fight, confront over anything, turning their lives into a series of battles over relatively small stuff. So basically, you're battling over everything. There's no much frustration in living this type of life that you lose track of what is truly relevant. Oh, no, there's so much. I think I read it. There's no much, There's so much frustration in living this type of life that you lose track of what is truly relevant. Basically, you don't know what's relevant. You don't know you lose your track of what's important, what's not important, because you argue over everything. The tiniest disagreement or glitch in your plans can be made into a big deal if your goal, conscious or unconscious, your goal is to have everything work out in your favor. Have you ever realized that life is like that? No. Life never works everything in your favor. Never. In my book, this is nothing more than a prescription for unhappiness and frustration. Yeah. Simply I could say, if you like to be unhappy, simple, just argue everything. Battle everything. Confront everything. Then absolutely, I guarantee you 100% you're gonna have unhappy life forever. If you want to change, it's up to you. The truth is, life is rarely exactly the way we want it to be. And other people often don't act as we would like them to. Of course not. Moment to moment, there are aspects of life that we like and others that we don't. There are always going to be people who disagree with you, people who do things differently, and things that don't work out. If you fight against the principle of life, you will spend most of your life fighting battles. Simply, that's what it is. It's not really, it's not really science, like complex science. It's simple. A more peaceful way to live is to decide consciously which battles are worth fighting and which are better left alone. I'm sure you know that. You already know it, but sometimes you just don't want to do it that way, right? If your primary goal is not to have everything work out perfectly, but instead to live a relatively stress-free life. You will find that most of the battles pull you away from your most tranquil feelings. Is it really important? Is it really important that you prove to your spouse that you are right and she is wrong? Or that you confront someone simply because it appears as though he or she has made a minor mistake? Does your preference of which restaurant or movie to go matter enough to argue over it? Is it that important? Does a small scratch on your car really warrant a suit in a small court? Does the fact that your neighbor won't park his car on a different part of the street have to be discussed at your family dining table? Not sure. There are thousands of other small things are what many people spend their lives fighting about, arguing about, confronting about. Take a look at your own list. You know, how many things you have, how many things you bring up the dining table, how many things you bring up, to the conversation, to what? To confront, to argue, and to complain. If it's like mine used to be, you might want to reevaluate your priorities. Please do so. If you don't want to sweat the small stuff, it's critical that you choose your battles wisely. If you do, there will come a day when you will rarely feel the need to do battle at all, because almost everything is small stuff. There's nothing to battle at all. So eventually you'll be calm, peaceful, without any battles. Until that day, let's improve gradually. Thank you. Have a great day from Vancouver.